Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. This is Amy. And if you're new, welcome to. Yeah, got a different pair of glasses on. Hopefully, I know I got a glare going on here, but today is Book Talk Thursday for October 3rd, 2024. And we are gathered here today, like I promised, a book haul. Kind of a, well, for me, I think it's a large book haul, but some people it might be small. But yeah, hopefully we're just going to do a short video here today and just a book haul. We're not going to do a weather update. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to get straight into the book haul that I got. There was one from Sam's Club and the rest are Goodwill. And yeah. And so on Saturday, this Saturday, the 5th, my library that I usually go to is having they have a book sale the first Saturday of the month, and I haven't been yet this year, so I'm planning on going Saturday to see what they got. And it's a bag. They provide the bag, and it's $5, and whatever books you can fit in that bag. And yeah. Oh no, I did get one book from the library also this last month in September. So these are September book hauls. But okay, here we go. So the first two I got at Goodwill. These are little recipe magazines that normally you go to the grocery store and they have these like really thick type paper recipe magazines that are this one new cost. It's from December 2005. Somebody had it for a while, but it originally cost $9.95 and I got it for 99 cents. And that is Fix It and Forget It Slow Cooker Magic. We love the slow cooker around here. Um, yeah, especially in the wintertime. Do it a lot. In the summertime too, because it doesn't give off as a lot of heat like you would cook in the oven, obviously. So, Slow Cooker Magic, Fix It and Forget It. It has quite a few, over 325 great recipes. Yeah, I kind of looked through it I already looked through it, but um, talks about slow cooker cooking. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find one. There would be. Did I mark that? Maybe. They have drinks, Christmas wassail, cranberry juice, water, sugar, lemonade concentrate, cinnamon stick, cloves, orange slices. Here we go, a wassailing. Yeah, this is on Christmas time. That might be a good drink to try to make. Yeah, there's just have really nice pictures. This is the Sunday roast beef. If I can get it in there. Uh, yeah, pictures are really nice. They have, like I said, a lot of recipes, a lot of different kinds of things. And anywho, desserts. Yeah, that is Fix It and Forget It. And if you haven't noticed, right back here, as Mango the Pocket Kitty, I can't get the directions of my cat. That's Mango the Pocket Kitty. He's taking a nap. I thought it was a he. It's probably a she. Uh, just can't tell yet. Those pom-poms didn't come in. If you know what I'm talking about. Um, anyway. Oh, my coffee. I will say the coffee is in my fall cup. Hello, fall. This is still the fall blend Starbucks. Baseball playoffs have started, so I'm wearing my baseball hat. I have a, can't see it, Cubs shirt. I'm a Cubs fan. Go Cubs. We didn't make it to the playoffs this year. Again, I'm still riding the high of the 2016 World Series championship, though. Yep. Anyway, that was a good year for baseball for me. And the next recipe one is one pan dinners. Super easy meals you can make in a single skillet pot or sheet pan. This is from the Food Network magazine. And this was originally $12.99. And again, I got it for 99 cents at Goodwill. So this has Uh, it didn't say how many, but got a lot of good skillet meals, one pan dinners. Yeah, so those were some good ones. Those are good fall recipes. So this book I got, and I already gave a little sneak peek in my last couple of videos of my TBRs. Excuse me. This one I got at Sam's Club. It was 17.98. Like I said before, I could get 8 or 10 books for what I paid here, but it's a new book. It's a new book, a new release this year, and highly anticipated. And I had it on my holds at the library for quite a while, and then I found it at Sam's, and I went ahead and broke down and got it. So it's All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. And if I don't like it, it's going to suck. I've heard a lot of good things about it. There's been a few people now that's read it on BookTube that I've watched, and it wasn't their thing. It didn't mean it's not a good book. It's just, you know how we all are, you booktubers out there, people, you readers, you know, we're moody and we know the things we like. And sometimes not all books are going to hit the right spot. The dogs are barking. You probably can't hear it. But anyway, so this is about it's 1975, a time of change in America. The Vietnam War is ending. Muhammad Ali is fighting Joe Frazier, and in a small town in Montclair, Missouri, girls are disappearing. So, when the daughter of a wealthy family is targeted, the most unlikely hero emerges, Patch, a local boy who saves a girl and in doing so leaves heartache in his wake. Patch and those who love him soon discover that the line between triumph and tragedy has never been finer, and that their search for answers will lead them to the truth that could mean losing one another. A missing person mystery, a serial killer thriller, a love story, a unique twist on each. So that's All the Colors of the Dark. I am anticipating a high rating. This, for me, this seems like right up my alley. A thriller, serial killer mystery, missing. Yeah, I do like a good cop detective story too. That's yeah. So anyway, Mango's still behaving. And this one, these next ones I got at Goodwill, and they're in pretty good shape. I will say most of the time I get stuff at Goodwill, it's in pretty, I mean, I don't really see anything in dire straits. But this is a hardback. It's by S.A. Cosby. It's All the Sinners Bleed. I think it's rather new, and I paid $2.99 hardback. Um, I'm reading Razorblade Tears right now. I'm about halfway through. I'm hoping to have it done by uh, take back to the library on Saturday when I go. But so this one seemed interesting, and I think I'd heard about this one on BookTube from BookTubers too. Um, it says a black sheriff, a serial killer, a small town ready to combust. Well, there you go. Uh, it says Titus Crown is the first black sheriff in history of Sharon County, Virginia. In recent decades, Sharon has had only 2 murders. After years of working as an FBI agent, Titus knows better than anyone that while his hometown might seem like a land of moonshine, cornbread, and honeysuckle, secrets always fester under the surface. Then, a year to the day after Titus' election, a school teacher is killed by a former student, and the student is fatally shot by Titus' deputies. Those festering secrets are now out in the open and ready to tear the town apart. As Titus investigates the shooting, he unearths terrible crimes and a serial killer who has been hiding in plain sight, haunting the dirt lanes and woodland clearings of Sharon. And Sharon is spelled Charn, so I think I'm pronouncing that right. With the killer's possible connection to the local church and the town's harrowing history weighing on him, Titus projects confidence about closing the case while concealing a painful secret from his own past. At the same time, he also has to contend with a far right group that wants to hold a parade in celebration of the town's Confederate history. Sharon is Titus' home and his heart, but where faith and violence meet, there will be a reckoning. Powerful and unforgettable, All Sinners Bleed confirms S.A. Cosby as one of the most muscular, distinctive, grab you by your both ears voices in American crime fiction. Okay. This is S.A. Cosby. He's from Virginia. And yeah, Razorblade Tears is going really well for me. So this sounded really good to me. Has all those elements of cops and serial killers, missing, murder. Yeah, all the sinners bleed. I wanted to get to this soon, but I'll show you my short library haul I get picked up. Um, those library books are just stacking up, and I hope I to find some good books at the library to pick up on Saturday. And I might stop by Goodwill. Don't tell my mom. She thinks I have too many books. What is that about? No, no. All you out there know, you bookers, bookie people, there is no such thing. And this one is also from Goodwill, hardback, good shape. Anne Cleeve's The Rising Tide. It's a Vera Stanhope novel. I haven't got to The Crow Trap yet. That's the first one in Vera Stanhope. And this one is, I don't know what number it is, but it's, it's from, it is, which one is this? The Rising Tide. Looks like it's the 11th book in the Vera Stanhope. She also has the Shetland series, which I know is also, so Vera there's a Vera, it's British TV, series. That's how I found out there was a book, is because I was watching the Vera series. And then there's the Shetland series, which is also, I think you can find these on not Netflix. I don't have Netflix anymore. Prime, or there's the British BritBox or Acorn. And then there's a new series, Two Rivers. And I thought no, maybe there's a newer one than that. Anyway, so this is the, whatever I said. Still trying to get to the Crow Trap. I'm thinking I'm gonna get to that next month. But this one, so this is down the line. But I'm not sure that you need to read them in order. Um, who knows? But yeah, The Rising Tide, Anne Cleeves, and oh, I forgot to tell you when it was published, though. That's what I was gonna look up. Looks like it says it is 2022, so it's fairly recent. And there's an ebb and flow to every murder case as long hidden secrets surface. 50 years ago, a group of teenagers spent a weekend on Holy Island, forging a bond that has lasted a lifetime. They still return every 5 years to celebrate their friendship and remember the friend they lost to the rising waters of the causeway at the first reunion. Now, when one of them is found hanged, Detective Inspector Vera Stanhope, that's the main character, um, is called in. Learning that the dead man had recently been fired after misconduct allegation, Vera knows she must discover what the friends are hiding and whether the events of many years before could have led to murder once and now again. But with the tide rising, secrets long hidden are finding their way to the surface, and Vera and the team may find themselves in more danger than they could have possibly believed. Anyway, so yeah, I really like the series Vera. Belinda Blevin plays Vera on the show, and gosh, she's just a great actress. I just love her, and she just plays Vera just beautifully. But yeah, so that was, like I said, no, $2.99 at Goodwill. And Mango's still sleeping. And this one, I've been wanting to read some of Kristen Hanna's. I've been wanting to read The Women. Some people, it's like they don't like it. Some people like it. So, um, there's a lot of booktubers I've seen that liked Kristen Hanna's. This is The Four Winds. There's a lot of people. There's booktubers I've seen that really like this. I haven't seen a lot about this one because it's probably not the most recent one. It's the Women, I think, came out last year or the year before. I can't remember, but this is Four Winds, and I'm really excited to try Kristen Hanna's work. Read Kristen Hanna's work. It says from the number one best-selling author of Nightingale. Um, this My land tells its story if you listen, the story of our family. So this is Texas, 1921, a time of abundance. The Great War is over, the bounty of the land is plentiful, and America is on the brink of a new and optimistic era. But for Elsa Wolcott, deemed too old to marry in a time when marriage was a woman's only option, the future seems bleak until the night she meets Rafe Martinelli and decides to change the direction of her life. With her reputation in ruins, there is only one respectable choice: marriage to a man she barely knows. By 1934, the world has changed. Millions are out of work, and the drought has devastated the Great Plains. Farmers are fighting to keep their land and their livelihoods as crops fail and water dries up and the earth cracks open. Dust storms roll relentlessly across the plains. Everything on the Martinelli farm is dying, including Elsa's tenuous marriage, each day a desperate battle against nature and a fight to keep her children alive. In this uncertain, perilous time, Elsa, like so many of her neighbors, must make an agonizing choice: fight for the land she loves or leave it behind and go west to California in search of a better life for her family. Four Winds is a rich, sweeping novel that stunningly brings life of the Great Depression and the people who lived through it, and the harsh realities that divided a nation, and the enduring battle between the haves and the have-nots. A testament to hope, resilience, and the strength of human spirit to survive adversity. The Four Winds is an indelible portrait of America and the American dream as seen through the eyes of one indomitable woman whose courage and sacrifice will come to define a generation. Anyway, so that is set in the Depression era. And just side note, my father's family is from Missouri, Oklahoma, but they came out to California for that during that time. So they were, I have read the John Steinbeck's, my mind went blank. Anyway, um, yeah, that's my that's that side of the family in a nutshell. They survived the Depression, came to California to look for work, dirt poor, and here we are. I'm here as proof they survived. But anyway, that's Four Winds. That sounds really interesting just because of personal attachment to that period of history in that era and that place, time and place in the US for me and my family. It was $2.99 also, and that was, it's a little chunky book. And this is neat because it's got like, and I'm not a glitter person. I don't allow glitter in my craft room. I can't stand it. But this is kind of cute. Hopefully it stays on the book. It's like glittery. It's like glitter embedded in the book, like on the front. It's like the wheat is just flying away in the wind. And so on these end pages here, they have the same, it's not dirt, it's like glitter. So that's cool. Um, yeah. So this book, it's a chunky book. It is 448 pages. Um, and she has quite a few novels she's written. This looks like it was 2021. So 3 years ago. The next one is, now I got this in paperback before at the Goodwill, but I collect James Patterson's first edition hardbacks. So I found this at Goodwill, $2.99, hardback, first edition, James Patterson, and this is Run Rose Run, and he wrote this with Dolly Parton. So I did get the paperback. Haven't read it yet, but I seen this and I scooped it up because yeah, I originally want all my James Pattersons, and that's just a thing I do. I started reading James Patterson quite a while ago. Me and James go way back. I love James Patterson. I know that some people out there, it's a hit or miss, or they don't like him, or whatever. But I really do enjoy James Patterson. I love it. And in the back of this book, I noticed, well, in the other one, there's a song's lyrics that I'm assuming Dolly wrote, but there's a little songbook in the back of the book, and this is a little chunky book. And I will say, James Patterson does write chunky books, and he does have a lot of co-authors or I don't know what it's called, but with a lot of his, and I collect the Women's Murder Club series. Me and my sister, that show, they made it into a TV show quite a while ago. It's not on anymore, but me and my sister love that show. I love the Murder Club, Women's Murder Club books. I love the Alex Cross series. Yeah. So this is 409 pages, and this is a little reminder about. Well, we're not going to get a synopsis. Anyway, it's a James Patterson. It's a thriller. Yeah, a young singer-songwriter on the rise and on the run is determined to do whatever it takes to survive. Every song tells a story. She's a star on the rise, singing about her hard life behind her. She's also on the run. Find a future, lose a past. Nashville is where she's come to claim her destiny. It's also where the darkness she's fled might find her and destroy her. Run, Rose, Run is a novel glittering with danger and desire, the story that only America's number one beloved entertainer and its number one best selling author could have created. So that sounds fun. Dolly album of 12 original Dolly Parton songs from the novel. Yeah, it says also available. So I wonder if you can actually buy those songs, like she recorded them. I'm gonna guess yes. Yep. Bonus content. Dolly's new album, inspired by Rose's story, the perfect companion to the book. RunRoseRun.com. I don't know if you can see, it's really teeny tiny. But yeah, she has a little album, so maybe I should try to get that and listen to it while I read this. That might be inspirational. Yeah, I have to look that up. Okay. Next stack. We got a big stack. I think I got, how many did I say? 16 books and the two little recipe books, an 18 book haul. Yeah. And so these are some paperbacks. This one I have and this is by Taylor Adams. I have I think it's The Last Word. I haven't read that one yet. It is on my 24 for 2024 books to read. So I seen this paperback at Goodwill. It was $1.99, and I thought I'd pick that one up. It looks like a little short book, Hairpin Bridge by Taylor Adams. And this is about 3 months ago. Lena Nguyen's estranged twin sister, Cambry, drove to a remote bridge 70 miles outside of Missoula, Montana, and jumped 200 feet to her death. At least that's the official police version, but Lena isn't buying it. Now she's come to that very bridge, driving her dead twin's car and armed with a cassette recorder, determined to find out what really happened by interviewing the highway patrolman who allegedly discovered her sister's body. Corporal Raymond Raycevic has agreed to meet Lena at the scene. He is sympathetic, forthright, and professional, but his story still seems a bit off. For one thing, he stopped Cambry for speeding just an hour before she supposedly leaped to her death. Then there was a Then there are the 16 attempted 911 calls from her cell phone made in what was unfortunately a dead zone. But perhaps most troubling of all is Cambry's final enigmatic text to her sister that began, "Please forgive me. Lena will do anything to," says, "Please forgive me. Lena will do anything to uncover the truth." But as her twin's final hours come into focus, Lena's search turns into a harrowing tooth and nail fight for her own survival, one that will test everything she thought she knew about her sister and herself. Hairpin Bridge. It looks like it's set in Montana, and yeah, that sounds kind of exciting, huh? Taylor Adams. And this one is, I've been wanting to get into these, but I don't know when I'm getting into these, but I did want to get started at least by a paperback. Um, Even though it's come through Goodwill. This book, the series has come through Goodwill a lot, so I shouldn't have trouble finding them, when I want to. when I finally read this, but it's Dan Brown's Angels and Demons. I watched the movies, the with Tom Hanks, and the one main movie came out. This is the first one in the series, Angels and Demons, and this was $2.99. It's a chunky book. A lot of these chunky books could be good for the Big Book Summer Challenge that Sue Jackson puts on every summer. I believe it's Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day. So it's a long period. It's all summer, and hers is just the challenge is just to read at least one book, 400 pages or more, and you've met the challenge. So I did it this year. I had plans of like one a month, but I only got to 1 month, one book for the whole, and that was Holly. And I really enjoyed that one. And I noticed on Sue Jackson's her recent videos she's put up, she's reading Holly, or was reading Holly too. But yeah, this is Dan Brown's Angels and Demons. So this is a series. It's um Robert Langdon is the main character. That's who Tom Hanks played. World-renowned Harvard symbologist Robert Langdon is summoned to a Swiss research facility to analyze a cryptic symbol seared into the chest of a murdered physicist. What he discovers is unimaginable, a deadly vendetta against the Catholic Church by a centuries-old underground organization, the Illuminati. The Illuminati's in this. I think this was a movie also. Desperate to save the Vatican from a powerful time bomb, Langdon joins forces in Rome with a beautiful and mysterious scientist, Vittoria Vetra. Together, they embark on the frantic hunt through sealed crypts, dangerous catacombs, deserted cathedrals, and the most secretive vault on Earth, the long forgotten Illuminati lair. Ooh, dun dun dun. Yeah, the Da Vinci Code, that was the one. That I think that's the first movie that came out, but it's not the this one came out before the Da Vinci. This says before the Da Vinci Code was broken, the world lay at the mercy of angels and demons. So yeah, this is it's a nice little chunky book. Yeah, this one might, yeah, I'm making a list for what I want for next year's Big Book Summer Challenge books. I don't know that I can get through more than one. But this looks like it is 710 pages. Yeah. Anyway, that's a good one. And this one, I think I gave a spoiler on this one too. I read this last month. It's Richard Osman's. It's the number one in the series, The Thursday Murder Club. It's The Thursday Murder Club. And I paid at Goodwill $1.99. Originally, somebody paid $10.49. But yeah, so this is a series. I'm really enjoying it. I have the next one I haven't started yet. It's The Man Who Died Twice. This is about a group four retirement seniors that live in a retirement village in England. And there was a local developer found dead with a mysterious photograph left next to the body. The friends suddenly find themselves in the middle of their first live case. So they come together. Um, they meet weekly in the jigsaw room and discuss unsolved crimes. Together, they call themselves the Thursday Murder Club. So they get together and they look through these cold case crimes, unsolved crimes every week. It gives them something to do. And so this time, there is a murder that actually happens. And it says they might be senior citizens, but they are cleverer than most. As the bodies begin to pile up, can our unorthodox but bright gang catch the killer before it's too late? So it's kind of like a cozy mystery with retirement people set in England. I mean, that sounds good to me. And it was. I loved it. I think I gave it 5 stars. 4 or 5 stars I gave this. I really enjoyed it. And it's not that big of a book. It has like book club reading questions at the end, and it has a little preview for The Man Who Died Twice in the back. And this is 361 pages. Yeah, I really enjoyed this little mystery series. I'm hoping that all the others follow will be just as good. And this is another Kristen Hanna one I found, a paperback, The Nightingale. And I paid $1.99. This is a chunky book. And yeah, I heard good things about this one too. And somebody bought this used for $5.99. Originally, it was $17.99. But yeah, this is a chunky book. This is, um, I guess she has pictures in here too at the back. That's cool. That is from, hmm. Anyway, let me see how many pages this is. 564. Okay, and this one is about, I think this is set in World War II. So the other one I have is the Great Depression era in the US, and this is with courage and grace and powerful insight, best-selling author Kristen Hanna captures the epic panorama of World War II and illuminates an intimate part of history seldom seen, the Woman's War. The Nightingale tells the story of two sisters separated by years and experience by ideals, passion, and circumstance, each embarking on her own dangerous path toward survival, love, and freedom in German occupied war torn France. Know about that. A heartbreaking, beautiful novel that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the durability of women. It is a novel for everyone and a novel for a lifetime. Anyway, so yeah, Nightingale, Florence Nightingale, famous nurse from, I don't know which, I want to say World War One, but I think it's before that. Not sure. Yeah. So this was 2015, I believe. This is the when it came out. And he set in World War II. Two sisters. That's always a goodie. In this one, I found one I didn't have, a Fanny Flagg. Collect Fanny Flaggs. I love Fanny Flagg. She is just so funny. She's funny in real life. I haven't met her, but just interviews and stuff I've seen. And my first thing I've read of Fanny Flagg was Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, and I read that because I found out it was a book, and I was going to see the movie when it came out. I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite all-time books, and it's a book I made a video about. I'm starting to make a series of videos about books I think you should read in your lifetime. And I do, once I collect a few, 4 or 5 books, I'll make a little video. So I did, um Fried Green Tomatoes was in that first video I made, and the only one so far because I'm in the process of reading some others that I think might fit that um list. But this is I Still Dream About You by Fanny Flagg. And I think this is from a series. I'm not sure. I thought it was I thought it was a series, but anyway, it's a shorter little paperback. And this is Fanny. This is Fanny. I love Fanny. I wish I could meet Fanny. Um, she's an Alabama girl, and this was published in I think 2010. The paperback's 2011. Yeah, and this is um looks like 335 pages. But this is about the beloved Fanny Flagg is at her irresistible and hilarious best in I Still Dream About You, a comic mystery romp through the streets of Birmingham, Alabama, past, present, and future. Meet Maggie Fortenberry, a still beautiful former Miss Alabama, and I believe, I don't know if she was Miss Alabama, but she was, I think she might have been Miss Fanny Flagg. I know she was something Alabama. Miss Alabama. To others, Maggie's life seems practically perfect. She's lovely, charming, and successful agent at Red Montana Realty. Still, Maggie can't help but wonder how she wound up living a life so different from one she dreamed of as a child. But just when things seem completely hopeless and the secrets of Maggie's past drive her to a radical plan to solve it all, Maggie discovers quite by accident that everybody, it seems, has had at least one little secret. And I Still Dream About You is a wonderful novel that is equal parts Southern charm, murder mystery, and the perfect combination of comedy and old-fashioned wisdom that can be served up only by America's own remarkable Fanny Flagg. Yeah. So I thought maybe not. I know there is. She's got Can't Wait to Get to Heaven, A Redbird Christmas, Standing in the Rainbow, Welcome to the World, Baby Girl, Fanny Flagg's original Whistle Stop Cafe cookbook. I thought I had that, but I'm not sure. And Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, Daisy Faye and the Miracle Man. And also, she has, a few years ago, Boy Wonder, which is um, a continuation off of the Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. It's, I think it's about Buddy Jr., um, his story. Anyway, I love Fanny. Anytime I find a Fanny Flagg book, these I get hardback or paperback, doesn't matter. It's Fanny Flagg. That was, what did I say, $1.99. And this is longer a video than I wanted. And I finally found a copy of Charlotte's Web. I just listened to the audio. I'll be doing when I do my next book wrap up review. Talk about that. I loved it. So I found this. It's a hardback 60th anniversary edition. It's a little bent, but that's okay. It was $1.99. It's a nice little hardback. Um, yeah, I love the cartoon growing up. I watched it every year. They had it for years on the TV. It was a great one. And I love the audio that I listened to. It had a cast of characters narrated by Meryl Streep, and it just had a whole, I mean, the animals had their own people doing the voices and all the animals. It was great. And Meryl Streep did an excellent job, as she always does in anything she does. But yeah, this was a short little book. Highly recommend. I had never read it before. I always seen um, the movie on TV as a kid. Okay, and so we're getting to the last. We have the last of the hardbacks, and this will be it. So this one I found at the library. It was $1, and it's okay because I don't mind going to the library. But I found out when I got home I should not go shopping on certain authors that I need to take my list. James Patterson is one. So I didn't think I had this, but I do. So we'll be donating this back um, somewhere. So this is 22 Seconds. It's James Patterson along with Maxine Petro. It's the women's. It's a women's murder club in the series. It's number 22. Um, and I had this one. So someone is killing hero cops all over San Francisco. So this is set the Women's Murder Club is main character is a cop, Lindsay Boxer, and it's set in San Francisco. And she's well when she was Inspector Boxer. I think she's gotten a promotion, but um someone is killing hero cops all over San Francisco. The murders are done by professionals. All the victims have the same warning scrawled on their bodies. You talk, you die. Will Lindsay Boxer be next, or maybe someone she loves like her husband Joe? It all comes down to 22 seconds. Anyway, again love James Patterson. This is a women's murder club mystery one. I collect them, and there is uh I don't have them all. I'm missing a few. I have up to 12. I have to repurchase the first edition copy. The copy I got wasn't the first edition, and it was more of a book club book, and it's smaller. It's anyway. It's my thing. And I have through 18. I don't know. I'm missing a few from like 19 to the current. I don't know if 24 is out yet, but in there, I'm down a few. Um, and this is a nonfiction. I got it. And I did get my dad a nonfiction book too about World War II. He's really into World War II, the war in the Pacific and battleships. So I found one book that was, I don't have it here, World War II in the Pacific for him. And then I found this one. I thought it would be a good read for me for next year for observing the D-Day on June 6th. D-Day was June 6th, 1944, and this is called June 6th, 1944, The Voices of D-Day. And so I read one this year. I read two or three this year. I think two. Um, and so yeah, I found this one. I thought this would be a good book to read next summer. And this is the image most people see, the landing on the beaches of D-Day. And so, yeah. So this is just a nonfiction. It was $2.99, good shape. Um, and it has, which I opened this up and I looked at it and I thought this end page. I thought this is absolutely beautiful. I love this. I love this. I love it. It's on the back too. It says roll call, the men behind the voices of D-Day. And it has the names of all these men that were at D-Day. I mean, it's just both front and back. I love it. I love stuff like this. I'm a geeky history major, and I love, and it has pictures. Um, I love seeing the historical photos. This is amazing. This one is Omaha Beach secured and barrage balloons aloft in the event of an enemy airstrike. An armada of ships unloaded tons of cargo and thousands of troops. This is Omaha Beach after they landed and it's secured. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I mean, that's only a part of the invasion. That's only a part, and that's a part after they secured the beach of Omaha. Um, yeah, it's just an amazing time. If you've never read about it, I highly, highly recommend finding something that interests you to read about D-Day. There's so many things out there. It's just amazing and a miracle that the men that survived. Um, geez, that is just, I mean, talking about walking into the depths of hell. Um, this is, yeah. And if you've ever seen Private Ryan, that's one of the best I think, World War II, visually, acting wise, and the visuals, the cinematography, the directing, everything about that movie is so realistic. I mean, I wasn't at D-Day, World War II. I wasn't in war. But that from all the other movies I've seen and stuff, that Saving Private Ryan, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Steven Spielberg directed it. Usually everything he touches is gold. Tom Hanks was in it. Um, just a beautiful picture. And this is one, I did not have this one. It's another James Patterson. I found James Patterson. It is another women's murder club. It is the 18th abduction. And yeah, so I have 18. So I think it's 19 and to whatever the recent one is. There's a few in between that I have, aside from the 22 seconds. I have two of right now. But anyway, this is another women's murder club, cop Lindsay Boxer. This is about for a trio of female colleagues, an innocent night out after class ends in a deadly torture. Wait, start over. Says Detective Lindsay Boxer's investigation into the disappearance of three teachers quickly escalates from missing persons to murder in the newest women's murder club thriller. That's where I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that because I feel like I'm going to screw up everything I talk about. Um, yeah, so just another women's murder club. This one, and these are usually chunky books. This is 2019, so fairly recent. I mean, I call year 2000 fairly recent. So take that with a grain of salt. Huh. Yeah, that's you get older and then things that the kids think are far away, you're like, that was just a few years ago. And this I do collect John Gresham. So these last two are John Gresham books, and I did get those for $2.99. Also, no, they upped the price on one. This is $2.99, and the next one is $3.99. Oh my. Okay, so this one I have a lot of John Gresham's too, and so I usually have to take a little note card with the ones I have. There's certain authors that I have a lot of that I can't obviously without note cards be looking to purchase books because I will double up. But this is Sully for John Gresham. So this seemed interesting. This is $2.99, and all these have been in great shape. These are all. I love John Gresham. I love his lawyery tales. I love it. Um, yeah. I have a couple. Most of his are standalone, but I think there's a few in a series. I don't think I have all the series, but yeah, he does a variety. He wrote Skipping Christmas, which they turned into the movie Christmas with the Cranks, which we absolutely love that movie. We watch it every year. It is so funny. It's with Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis is just an excellent, excellent um, actress. I just love Jamie Lee. Everything she does is great. She does comedy and drama and action. She's great. But this is I don't know that it's his newest one, John Gresham. But yeah, so check out that movie. Yeah, it's super funny. It's a great Christmas holiday. Um it's Christmas with the Cranks is a movie, and the book, which I have on my 20 for 24 reading, which I haven't read. I've started it, but I've never finished it, is Skipping Christmas with John Gresham. And this is from, looks like 2021. So this is a guy about a guy. This is the summer of his 17th year. Samuel Suleiman gets the chance of a lifetime, a trip to the United States with his South Sudanese teammates to play in a showcase basketball tournament. He has never been away from home, nor has he ever been in an airplane. The opportunity to be scouted by dozens of college coaches in it is a dream come true. Samuel is an amazing athlete with speed, quickness, and an astonishing vertical leap. The rest of his game, though, needs work, and the American coaches are less than impressed. During the tournament, Samuel receives devastating news from home. A civil war is raging across South Sudan. The rebel troops have ransacked his village. His father is dead, his sister is missing, and his mother and two younger brothers are in a refugee camp. Samuel desperately wants to go home, but it's just not possible. Partly out of sympathy, the coach of North Carolina Central offers him a scholarship. Samuel moves to Durham, enrolls in classes, joins the team, and prepares to sit out his freshman season. There is plenty of more mature talent, and he isn't immediately needed. But Samuel has something no other player has: a fierce determination to succeed so he can bring his family to America. He works tirelessly on his game, shooting baskets every morning at dawn by himself in the gym, and soon he's dominating everyone in practice. With the central team losing and suffering injury after injury, Sully, as he is nicknamed, is called off the bench and the legend begins. And it looks like John Gresham played basketball a little bit. Um, he went unnoticed in college. Uh, in high school. Oh, he went unnoticed by college recruiters. So this is John Gresham in high school playing basketball. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that sounded like a really good one. Oh, okay, last one, last John Gresham, and this is called The Guardians. Like I said, this was $3.99. Okay, had a little mishap. I think I hit the stop button, stop record. So we're back. Oh God, I hope this went well. So this is the last book, and it's The Guardians by John Gresham. And this look interesting. And this is what year this one is. It looks like a 2019 published. So this is about in the small Florida town of Seabrook, a young lawyer named Keith Russo. So a lot of his characters are lawyers or have something to do with law. Who shot a lawyer named Keith Russo was shot dead at his desk as he worked late one night. The killer left no clues. There were no witnesses, no one with a motive, but the police soon come to suspect Quincy Miller, a young black man who was once a client of Russo's. Quincy was tried, convicted, and sent to prison for life. For 22 years, he has languished in prison, maintained his innocence, but no one was listening. He had no lawyer, no advocate on the outside. In desperation, he writes a letter to Guardian Ministries, a small nonprofit run by Cullen Post, a lawyer who is also an Episcopal minister. Guardian accepts only a few innocent cases at a time. Cullen Post travels the country fighting wrongful convictions and taking on clients forgotten by the system. With Quincy Miller, though, he gets far more than he bargained for. Powerful, ruthless people murdered Keith Russo, and they do not want Quincy Miller exonerated. They killed one lawyer 22 years ago, and they will kill another without a second thought. Yeah, that's a good thriller. And this is John, a current picture of John. Yeah. He's a nice looking guy. As he ages, he just seems to get better. Says he's the author of 33 novels. It's probably gone up by then. Nonfiction and collection of stories, 7 novels for young readers. But yeah, that's a 2019 picture. Anyway, The Guardians. So that is it, my friends, for the book haul of September. Like I said, I probably have some for the October book haul, means I'm going to the library to look at their book sale they're having. It's $5 a bag, however many books you can fit in a bag. So, sounds good to me. But yeah, so I hope you have a good rest of your day and your week wraps up nicely. Thanks for coming by Book Talk Thursday. And if you cross your fingers and have high hopes, we'll be back here on Tuesday for Book Talk Tuesday. And I'm trying to think what I was going to do for Tuesday. I don't know, but I was thinking if I could wrap up at least this one or two more books by next Thursday for Book Talk Thursday, we might have a reading wrap up. I was thinking of doing a reading wrap up separately on just posting it on Fridays, but I haven't decided that yet because I feel like that's one more video to have pressure to get out that if I've fallen behind on Thursdays. But anyway, we'll decide. We're gonna hope for next Thursday for a book review. I hope. But yeah, thanks for coming by and have a good rest of your week.